Probably not a great shock to you that the preseason expectations nationally for the Jaguars aren't that high. There's even one Pro Football Focus put you in the tier 4 quarterbacks. In other words, on the lower end of quarterbacks amongst the starters in the league. Does stuff like that really do a whole lot to motivate you in any way? Does it get under your skin at all, or is it just something that just rolls off your back and it's no big deal?
I think me and the rest of our team, we're pretty, internally motivated. We have our own goals. We don't need anybody else to tell us what to do or, what we're not going to do. I believe that we believe in each other, and, we're going to bring it each day to be the best we can be.
I wanted to remind you about Shad Khan told us in London last summer that at the Combine, he remembers you saying, going through all the things that people sort of had as negatives for you, but then you followed up by saying, but I won 11 bleeping games last year at Washington State. That's a little bit of an indicator that, that you are in some ways a little bit motivated by anybody who might be a detractor.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hear all those things. You hear, what people are saying against you. But at the end of the day, you know what you can do, and you know what the guys around you can do. And we're going to focus on the things we can do and not the things we can't do. And I think if we do that, focus on ourselves, we'll have a chance to be pretty damn good.
Awesome. Thanks, Gene. We're going to go over to Mike DiRocco and then Mark Long.
Hey, Gardner, what was the quarantine like for you for, I guess, the 2 days you were in it? Scared a little bit about possibly contracting the virus, that kind of stuff?
Nah, it was brutal, dude. Like yesterday, it had been like the first day of school, had my outfit picked out and everything. Had to stay at home. That sucks. Missed out playing with all my friends. But yeah, did not contract the virus. It took one luck at me, ran the other way. It was probably in its best interest. So here we are. We're back on Tuesday, ready to roll. Excited to go play some football.
Well, I think Doug was talking the other day about the one thing that he was really impressed that you were able to do last year was improve your ball security. You had some issues with it early in the season, but cut that down at the back end. What was the key to that for you? And honestly, what does that say about you in terms of being able to work on stuff that needs to be improved?
Yeah, definitely made that a focus. And I think it's more than anything, it's just about awareness, realizing how much faster these guys get on you, realizing when you have the ball in bad positions and trying to eliminate those as much as you can. And I think more than anything, it just shows, I'm going to do everything I can to, improve my game, because I know the better I am, the better our team's going to be. So that's what I owe to the guys on the team.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, D-Rock. We're going to go to Mark Long and then to John Reed.
Hey, Gardner. I'm just curious how much you guys kind of put it on each other to be safe and be smart and do everything you can here to get us into a season.
Yeah, no doubt. I told all the guys, we have a responsibility to each other and each other's families, to be safe. It's, sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes it's not what you want to do. But it's what we need to do to be able to have this season and, win the games like we want to win them.
And then secondly, when you guys have a situation like you and Andrew and Michael have where you're living together, is it almost like husband and wife where you go, okay, if he gets it, I'm going to get it? Or how do you guys handle that or deal with it?
Yeah. So our relationship definitely is not husband and wife like. I just want to clarify that.
Thank you, but I figured that much,
It's they've moved out. We just, this year, I think everybody in the league, you just can't afford to be around somebody, even if you're not going to contract it. You can't afford sitting out those couple days. So we're just all gonna ride it out solo this year.
Oh, so you guys are not living together currently?
No.
Oh, okay.
And that's what honestly is a good thing that it happened now. We realized, what could happen, what could go wrong if one of us, failed a test. So just did the thing that we all agreed was best for us. So, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mark. We're going to head to John Reed.
It's sort of a similar question, but you spent a lot of time in Naples this off season. and Michael Walker was a part of that. Can you just talk about this? I mean, this just a crazy season, crazy summer. But when you talk about the correlation that both of you guys wind up on the COVID list, and a follow to that question is, did you and him stay together in Naples during training?
Yeah. So what happened is, I think we both had the antibodies from staying in Naples. We probably got it down there at the same time, had no symptoms or whatever. And then, I think he failed a test, but I don't think he has it again. But just since he failed it and I was around him, then I had to sit out too. So it just shows kind of the fragility of this whole thing and how fickle, this thing can be. Just being around somebody, if they touch enough people, like you could shut down a whole team really quick.
And is it just? I mean, how do you approach this season, man? Is it you don't know what to expect from day to day, or just you one day you're in training and the next day you're on a list? I mean, what is just your general thoughts about how you're going to approach this season with so much going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like any other season in some ways, but obviously way different than others. I think in the same way, it's be where your feet are. If I'm here in the building, that's all I can do until they tell me I have to leave. I'm gonna give it all I have here, and if I can't be in here, then I'm gonna figure out how to get better at home, how to up our team from home. But hopefully, we get everybody healthy, have everybody in the building this whole year.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, John. This is just a reminder that when you're done asking your question, you can put your hand down. So we're going to go over to Gary Smits.
Hey, Gardner, how you doing?
Good, Terry.
Hey, what's your opinion on the possibility of the NFL quarantining one quarterback? And do you think it would have to be the number 3 guy because of the relationship between the number 1 and the number 2 guy, especially in season?
Yeah, no, I think that's definitely something to think about. I don't know, that'd be a tough thing to do, have somebody, not practice all year really. I mean, I'm not sure what good that would even be at that point if the first 2 guys got hurt and you have a guy that hadn't even been practicing. So I don't know. It's, a decision not for me to make, obviously. That's why the coaches get paid the big bucks, and, I trust ours to make whatever decisions are necessary.
And how important, from your experience last year, is that relationship between the number 1 and the number 2 guy, especially during the season?
Yeah, I think it's huge. To lean on each other. The season gets long. It helps. You get up here, before the sun's up, and somebody's in there in the film room with you. You can kind of talk it through, and it kind of you really keep each other going, especially over such a long season.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Gary. We're going to head over to Hayes and then Demetrius.
Hey, Gardner, when you look at Jay Gruden's offense going through it, what are some aspects of it that you think really play to your strengths as a player?
Yeah, I think it's a very exciting offense. I think everybody, so far has been really enjoying learning it. Very excited for what it's going to bring to us. I think, it's going to, it just gets the ball out of your hands. It distributes it to guys that can make plays. And I think we've got plenty of those guys too. So I think everybody's excited for what Jay's bringing and, what, we got coming back.
How do you get ready for the Colts without the preseason games? Do you think, what's the challenge of not having those?
Yeah, I'm sure our coaching staff will do a great job preparing us, whether it's through scrimmage, more live periods, more one-on-ones. I think, there's enough things you can do in practice. Obviously, college, whatever else, you never have preseason games, and that seems to work out okay. So I think for us, we're going to take our practice reps, treat them like games, and be as ready as we can for them.
Great, thanks.
Awesome. Demetrius, we'll head over to you and then over to John Shipley.
Hey, Gardner. Obviously, you weren't able to work out with your receivers during the offseason in terms of team activities at the facility, but you were able to work out with them maybe in Jacksonville and whatnot. How important was that for you guys to get out there and work, and sort of what was that like?
Yeah, we obviously did as much as we can while being as safe as possible. But it was really good to just be around those guys, get to, spend time, see how, just get on the same page, see how they like things, see how I like things. And, we got a lot of new faces. We got a lot of guys that are coming back that have, really put the work in and gotten a lot better. And I think as a group, we're all very excited to work with each other.
What have you seen from the new guys like Laviska, Colin, and all of them?
Yeah, no, Laviska's a freak, man. I knew it when we played him at Colorado. I was glad that he wasn't super healthy that game because he changes the game when he has the ball in his hands. And he's really impressed me. He's a lot better route runner, a lot better catching the ball than I even expected. So I'm really excited for what he's going to be. Colin, really big guy, doesn't move like a big guy. He moves really well, smooth in and out of his cuts, catches the ball well. And both those guys, they love ball. They love learning. Excited to be here. So I'm excited to work with them.
Appreciate it.
Awesome. We're going to head over to John Shipley and then Jordan DeLugo.
Hey, Gardner. Thanks for doing this. Just after playing last year with DJ Chark and then seeing the work he's put in this offseason, just as a quarterback, how much are you looking forward to seeing him, potentially take that even bigger step in year 3?
Yeah, I'm so excited for DJ. He's put the work in these last couple of years, and the results are showing. We want him to be the guy that if he's one-on-one, we like that matchup every time. And we're going to put a lot of faith in him, a lot of trust in him. And I'm so excited to, keep working with him, keep getting better with him, as well as the other guys in the room.
Yeah. I mean, how much do you think last year, you guys playing together as often as you did, how much do you think that can help you guys just in terms of being in sync this year?
Yeah, I think it teaches you so much. I think those live looks really teach you so much more than, just meetings or routes on air will ever teach you. I think when you get that in-game kind of chemistry with a guy, it can really take you to the next level.
Thanks, Gardner.
All right, we're going to head to Jordan DeLugo and then over to JP Shadrick.
Hey, Gardner, thanks for doing this. Outside of ball security and improving your overall strength, what's been the aspect of your game from an individual standpoint that you've focused on the most this offseason?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think one of the big emphasis this offseason's obviously been learning the offense remotely. You haven't been in the meeting room every day to be able to ask the questions. So it's been kind of figuring it out, talking to whether it's guys on the team that have been in the system before or, talking to Coach Gruden, Coach McAdoo as much as I can. Just really trying to show up to camp ready to run this offense and, help everybody else along.
Awesome. Thanks.
All right, we're going to head to JP Shadrick and then John Ogier.
Hey, Gardner. Appreciate it. Take us through the turnover in the tight end room. I know you haven't had a lot of time on the field so far with these guys. There's some new faces involved there. What can that position group do for you and for this offense?
Yeah, so I've been around, several of these guys. I think we got a lot of guys that can play. And that's, it's a really good thing. We got Tyler Eifert who's coming in. We're very excited about him. Big target, catches the ball well, has been really good in this league. James O'Shaughnessy, who, when he got hurt last year, me and him were really connecting well. He's playing really good ball. So whenever he gets back healthy, excited for him. Then, you go all the way down the line. Josh Oliver, who's basically, a rookie again, didn't get, as much work as we wanted him to get last year. But, dude, he looks awesome. Looks like he is huge right now, moving really good. Then you got, the two rookies, Tyler Davis, Ben Ellison, both have impressed with how much they know. They've looked good in everything we've done so far. And then, Charles Jones also coming back, a guy that blocked really well for us last year, brings a lot to the table. So I think it's a deep room. I think it's a room that everybody here is excited about.
Thanks, Gardner.
Awesome. We're going to do 3 more. John Ogier, D-Rock, and then finish up with Mark Long.
Hey, Gardner, you mentioned the challenge of learning the offense remotely. Where do you feel like you're at with that? Any sense of where the offense overall, meaning your teammates, are at with that?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, you could draw everything up on paper, it by the book, but it's really getting in there and getting the reps, feeling the real timing of things, trying to make sure your footwork really matches up within the play, seeing where, actual spacing is versus on the page is definitely different. So just looking forward to getting those reps. And I think everybody else, this offense that is, pretty user-friendly, I think everybody's learning it pretty well and excited to get moving with it.
All right, D-Rock, and then Mark Long.
Who's got the dog in the background, man?
What's been the most unusual thing or difficult thing to get used to in the facility because of all the COVID protocols and all that other stuff? Is it trying to make sure you're 6 feet away from somebody at all times?
Yeah, like we got these little blinking lights right here. And you just see if it starts blinking red, you're too close. So you just try to kind of have an awareness about you, just to, keep your room. Other than that, it's not too different. We have a great, staff here, great, it's our training staff, janitorial staff. They're all doing a really good job making sure everything's clean. We have a great plan in place. So I think everybody trusts that a lot. And, we're just going to do whatever they tell us.
Have you thought about whether you will wear that face shield this year or no?
Probably not. Yeah. I didn't know that was a thing though. So.
All right, thanks, D-Rock. Mark Long, why don't you bring us home?
Yes. Gardner, I'm just curious, how much time have you spent already in the walkthrough wall, and do you see that as being a beneficial tool to really maybe even catch up and maybe as a different type of tool for you guys, for the offense?
Yeah, I think it's something that's going to be huge. Just hearing the call from the huddle and then going out and doing it is a lot different than learning it just in a meeting room on a board. So I think it helps everybody. I think we're going to really use these, however, I don't know how long we're doing it, 2 weeks or a week, at least a week we're doing it. I think it'll really help us. We're locking in, getting really good reps. And that's going to be the focus is, we're not going to get preseason games, but we're going to treat everything that we have like a game.
How much time have you spent in it already in that room?
In the what? The walkthrough room?
The walkthrough room.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a room, man. Like I didn't know we have a walkthrough room.
Apparently. Yeah.
Shoot.
The walkthrough wall?
It's my first day. It's my first day in, man. I came straight to y'all, so
all right.
I'll be getting that after this, I guess.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Mark. All right, guys, that wraps everything up. Thanks, Gardner, for your time.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.